Okay guys, so this FAQ question is, why would you choose one-on-ones versus a board and train?
Good question.
Well, thank you.
So, there's a couple answers to this. So, if you have a dog that's has serious offenses, so like biting humans, getting in fights with dogs, sending dogs or people to the hospital, any sort of serious aggression stuff, serious reactivity, serious anxiety, serious separation anxiety,
Yeah.
those are all issues that are 100% need to be a board and train. There's really no option. We don't choose like, oh, well, they want a one-on-one, so it's really, we're the doctor, so we're going to tell you what works. And that's not just to put you in a higher price package. That's because we know what works, and we don't want you spending any money and struggling if it's not going to work. So anything like that, the higher level stuff, that's just a guaranteed board and train. And pretty much 99% of you guys know when your dog fits into a board and train versus a one-on-ones. Now, if your dog's right on the cusp, sometimes we're not sure. So sometimes, when we get on the phone with you, we'll talk you through that, okay, we're not really sure how deep this is or how serious the dog is. So let's start with a one-on-ones, which is a less expensive, less time-intensive package. We'll start with that. And if in the first session we feel like there's no way this dog can do one-on-ones and be successful, then we'll let you know, and it'll be a conversation about moving into a board and train.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is just if you've got a dog that just has some reactivity stuff, running away, being silly, jumping on you, all this kind of like basic just doggy silliness stuff, that's definitely something that can be done in a one-on-ones and typically the package that we go to. Now those dogs can also do a board and train, because the board and train is really where we do all the heavy lifting and then you maintain it. So if you want your dog, even if he's just being silly and not serious, if you want us to do all the heavy lifting and lay a great foundation and you guys carry it on, then the board and train's a great option for you.
So for the board and train option, a lot of it has to do with safety, right? So if we're dealing with a dog with any kind of real dog aggression or human aggression, or even like separation anxiety, like I'll get into separation anxiety in a second, but for the dog aggression and human aggression stuff, it's just more dangerous, and we can't put our trainers or our dogs in harm's way. We can't really do our best work in that fashion. And then the other component, which I was kind of hinting at with separation anxiety, but also with the other aggression issues, is that we get to be with your dog in a board and train 24/7. We get to see every moment, and oftentimes in the one-on-ones, we get just a small little glimpse into your dog and into your world and your dog's world, and the relationship and the behaviors. When a dog lives with us, we see everything. It all comes out, and it gives us a lot more leverage to affect state of mind and get a more comprehensive impact for a dog that has more major problems. So we get safety and we get better results for more serious dogs in the board and train program.
If your dog is on the fence, if you can do either the one-on-ones or board and train, it's really up to you to decide, okay, do I want to be putting in more of the work, or do I want them to put in more of the work?
Yeah.
And that's really your choice, and we'll talk to you through that, over the phone. But the reality is, with the one-on-ones, you come to us, we teach you, and then you go home and you work on all the stuff.
You got to do the work.
And that's great for tons of people. They love that. And then with the board and train, it's really, like I said, that we do all the work and then you maintain things.
More of a finished product kind of thing, right? So the board and train gives you more finished product, and then you just have to learn the techniques and then like keep those up. But the one-on-one, you're doing a lot of the work in there as well. So that's the difference in pricing and time involvement.
Yep. And on that same note, there's different levels of one-on-one. There's the 5-hour package, there's the mini sessions, there's the off-leash basics, and there's the walk doctor. And not to get too far into it, because you'll be talking with one of us about where you kind of fit in if you are just doing one-on-ones. But a walk doctor is really basic, walk only for really mild dogs, just because the time involved, we don't have enough time to work with dogs that have more serious stuff or more reactivity or any of that. So we're going to put you in a higher hour package, basically.
Yeah, and the real goal here is to make sure we want to make sure you have the options, but at the end of the day, we want to make sure you get the results that you're looking
Yep.
for. So we're not interested in putting you just into some package and have you be disappointed or struggle. It's not worth the time or the money for you guys. So our real goal is to make sure that we get the best results for you and that the package fits exactly for what you need.
Yep. Thanks.
Is that it?